He was very clear, adamant on what was going to happen. This is why Luke 14 says, "Come to God."
Yeah. And remember, it was always the Roman persecution, and we in Rome all over again.
Yep.
We are.
The water. You gotta check the sound. We got sound. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, we would like to turn to the east and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakudash. Hey, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where we learned this 144% truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who've been scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwat, and we back again through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And you Akiyam and Akwat may have noticed, we come out twice a week through the spirit and power of the Lord. The Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for that. But I'm sure you Akiyam and Akwat have noticed that for the past 2 weeks, we've been holding an indoors main camp, right? The Lord allowed us to get out there midweek, but on Saturdays it would be, as you Akiyam and Akwat are aware, this polar vortex that had came through or what have you. We're over here in the northeast where, the pocket of that bad weather pretty much likes to rest.
Single digits,
feeling like negatives.
Yeah.
So in the act of exercising wisdom, as scriptures say, if you're being, why be, what's that?
Righteous much.
And destroy yourself.
Right.
So with that being said, that's the situation with that. But needless to say, it feels good to be out here on a Saturday. There's a spirit, that comes with it.
Yeah.
When you're out there on a Saturday, it ain't nothing like it. That's the spirit, bro. That's the spirit right there. That's the spirit. But it's hey, the Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we back out here Saturday. We got some snow. It's snowing pretty good. Weather's not that bad though. You know what I mean? As far as the temperature. But needless to say, it's still cold. But we up here. So yeah, man. Hey, we're in beautiful times, man. Beloved Akiyam and Akwat, as you're aware. Evil E. Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man in the form of the global elite. They're being pinpointed and targeted. They're being revealed as Scripture says they would. Prophecy speaking loud and clear. Evil E is in the jam. All right, you got Trump, which is pretty much a henchman, right, for the elite. The president, that's all they are. They're henchmen. You know what I mean? And then you have, the regular, not regular, but you have these other, global elite in the form of, Elon Musk and Peter, you know what I mean? These cats that they try to dress up as the elite, but no, those are just tentacles. Those are other tentacles of the elite. You see, the elite, all right, consists of those that you don't see, but their names are known. All right, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, right? Rockefellers. Come on, bro. You see? So these are the true controllers of this earth.
Yeah.
Small hats, these international banking families, man. All right? And they're the ones that the Lord is putting in a position, right, where they can no longer hide themselves. So what they're doing is they're utilizing divination, right? Witchcraft, right? And what they're doing is they're letting certain forms of information to come out. In the form of these Epstein files, all types of other backhand deals, that are being exposed. The reality of America working for Israel. This is the United States of Israel, for those of you that don't know that. And in efforts to pretty much bring forth their next phase of diabolical rulership. Because as we know, they want to go technological. They want to go technocracy. This whole system as we know it has to come to an end in efforts for them to continue. But it's a figment of their imagination. Because even though they're going to transition into a digital world, it's not going to prolong them. They're still limited. They're still on a certain time, a certain clock. The hourglass is still depreciating. You see, to where there's empty, it's over for them. You see, so in the act of desperation, right? You got Trump, signing all these acts, all these different bills, in efforts to try to, pretty much that's them trying to, they're jockeying for position, But just like Scripture say they would do, right? Do unrighteous decrees. What's that? There's another one in what's that? Daniel 8. Can you get that in Daniel 8 and 25, brother? So, brother, can you get what you got? No, the brother guy, get me what you got.
How does he take his due and not his glory?
Can you hold that? Malak. Khan, if you can grab Daniel 8 and 25 real quick through the spirit, Malak. And then just to qualify it, right before we even bring it out, Daniel 8 and 25, what this is talking to is Antiochus Epiphanes IV. That's who this is talking to. But just to qualify it though, I'm going to use it towards Evil E, because he's doing the same thing. You got it, brother.
There's the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policies, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Right, and the policy is to bring you back to law, through his laws, his unrighteous decrees.
Yeah.
Right, he's allowing what? Craft to prosper in his hands, brother. Can you get Psalms 94, Malak? Go ahead, brother, you got it.
God. And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Right.
And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes.
I'm sorry, brother. And by peace he should destroy many. And this is what they're gonna advertise as they transition into this fourth industrial revolution. They're gonna tell you that what? It's gonna be for the sake of humanity.
Yeah.
It's gonna stop global warming. It's gonna allow the lame to walk, the blind to see, the deaf to hear, through this technology. These are the miracles that they're gonna try to bring through.
Right.
To pretty much deceive you people into falling victim to this diabolical plan.
Them lying wonders.
That's it, Second Thessalonians, which leads you to those miracles.
And if I may, right? If you brothers and sisters that are listening to this right now, there's a movie called Megan 2.0 that I watched. And it's a movie, they make it look like it's just all fun and games and little horror, but no. Pay attention to it spiritually. The man that comes in the beginning has one of those things right here embedded. This man could do everything with it. Take pictures with his eyes and all types of shit. He was paralyzed. He could walk now and all that. You know what I mean? And we know who's working on that, man. You know who's behind this whole thing. Elon Musk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
he's just one of many.
Right.
Because there's many forms of that Neuralink, but he's just the poster child.
Right.
For that technology. And it's all part of there's what's the word I'm looking for? Not social engineering, but they're pretty much preparing you people for the reality of what's to come.
Right.
And predictive programming.
Yeah, predictive programming.
That's it. The Wadi Halbashim
So for man merged with machine.
That's what that movie Megan 2.0 reminded me of. And that's the second one. I've seen both of them.
Yeah.
But needless to say, it's pretty much tapping into AGI or really ASI, artificial super intelligence. And pretty much it goes rogue. Right. And pretty much it outsmarts the creator, her creators, bro. At the end of the day. But needless to say, this is what Esau's trying to transition into, man. This is what he's trying to do. And through this technology, he's gonna scream peace and safety. Right? But in reality, it's gonna be to your demise, man.
Right. First Thessalonians 5 and 3.
Yep. You got it, brother.
That should say peace and safety, but sudden destruction shall come upon them.
That's it.
God. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Right, and this is the same stance that Esau's taking today. He's trying to come up against the prince of princes, man, which is Yahushua. The same thing Antiochus Epiphanes IV did. Right? And you know what the scriptures are talking to when it says he should be broken without hand?
Yeah, because Yahweh God plagued him with that terrible disease.
Well, yeah, it revolved around him having an issue with his bowels.
Yeah, exactly.
Ultimately, his bowels, he had an unknown disease within his bowels, bro. Right? Where the Lord would have him have pains in the stomach. He will have, again, there was one moment where he actually had like worms coming out of him. As a matter of fact, through the spirit, Right, because that's heavy, because it's talking to the Greek Empire. Brother, can you go to 2nd Maccabees, the 9th chapter? That's where it actually talks to us. You can start from the top real quick about what's up, but we might jump around to the point because, matter of fact, just start from the top real quick. It's all through the spirit. Because at the end of the day, the Greeks, Esau studied with the Greeks, bro. So this is all through the spirit. Oh, and to make sense of this, Trump actually has an issue with his Bibles. Where this nigga is sharts. Right? This about to be sharting. And there's video on it, bro. Lord willing, I can tap into that.
He be getting up with shitty, like, little stains on his pants and shit.
Yo, stinking up the room.
Yeah.
Yo, I sent you, brother, some information on it, bro.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, brother, yo, starting up the spot. You know, he has an issue with his stomach. And there was an insider that made mention, yo, this is 20%. Hold on for a second. Oh, let me see something real quick.
Charger might be dead, brother.
The charger's on.
Yeah, but it might be.
Oh, no, it looks like it's fully loaded. Unless it's not on. Oh, the guy have to turn it on?
Yeah. That's all it is.
But they actually suck power out of this. Oh, let me see something. You have another charger with the USB side?
No, I don't.
Oh, let me see something real quick. If it starts charging right here. All right, so nothing right there. Hold on. No, it's not charging. Let me see if I can override.
Let me check on my phone.
All right, Karen. Oh, okay, yeah. I got you. Let's see. I got you, bro. It's right here. Oh, come. No. When I'm feeling like that, I think we used a USB side last time. All right, you have a USB side?
What do you mean?
Like right here?
Yeah, I got one of those.
You do?
Yeah.
I think that's why it's charging. All right, let me see. It's working out. It's charging. The water. I don't know why I couldn't get it to charge. What were we talking about? Oh, your boy, Trump. He's shitting on himself, bro, from time to time. Hey, it never reminded me of Antiochus, Epiphany, the 4th specifically, which is what Daniel 8:25 was talking to when it says he was destroyed without hands.
Right.
It's talking to this. Go ahead, brother. We won't go too far in this. We're just going to make a point.
2nd Maccabees chapter 9 verse 1. About that time came Antiochus with dishonor out of the country of Persia.
Yep.
For he had entered the city called Persepolis and went about to rob the temple and to hold the city, whereupon the multitude running to defend themselves with their weapons put them to flight.
Right, and he had a lot to say about the Israelites, bro. And he was the same one that sacrificed the temple to Zeus, right? He's the one that put that decree forth in 1st Maccabees, the 1st chapter. This is the Antiochus this is talking to. Okay, Antiochus the 4th, Antiochus Epiphany. You know, when you go into that word Epiphany, his name, I believe it goes into God chose or something like that, which is a very proud stance. Matter of fact, can you confirm that, brother? Go back to shot, my lad. If you go, yeah, what does Epiphany mean? If I'm not mistaken, it goes into that. Go ahead, brother, continue. I may be off with a word. God chose.
And so it happened that Antiochus being put to flight of the inhabitants returned with shame. Now when he came to Ecbatane, news was brought him what had happened unto Nicanor and Timotheus. Then swelling with anger, he thought to avenge upon the Jews the disgrace done unto him by those that made him flee. Therefore commanded he his chariot men to drive without ceasing and to dispatch the journey, the judgment of Yahweh Yoshai now following him. For he had spoken proudly in this sort that he would come to Jerusalem and make it a common burying place of the Jews.
So this nigga name, it means God manifest, right? That name Epiphanes. It goes in Greek. It goes manifest or God manifest, which is a very proud stance.
Right.
As if a God manifested me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like God. You know? Go ahead, bro.
That's that man of sin.
That's right.
Verse 5, but the Lord Yahweh Yahushua Almighty, the God of Israel, smote him with an incurable and invisible plague.
Woo! See that? Go ahead, Ak.
Or as soon as he had spoken these words, a pain of the bowels that was remediless came upon him, and sore torments of the inner part.
Right, a pain.
Remediless.
I was gonna just mention that, bro. A pain from the bowels that was remediless. So we couldn't find comfort. And all this was due to his pride, to his proudful stance and his remarks he made towards the Lord, and his stance he had towards the people of the Lord. So how much more these Edomites and these heathen today? Okay? You think they're gonna escape some way, somehow, some shape, some form, some fashion? And that's all we need on that. We don't gotta go crazy with that. I just wanted to highlight that real quick through the spirit talking of Romans 8 and 25. There's lessons within lessons like Elder Apostle Tahar says. But needless to say, yeah, man, these heathen are not gonna get away from what they did. See, this final scene of the movie consists of these heathens being stopped. That's what it consists of. And again, the Lord's going to be the one to stop them. The scriptures tell us that the brightness of his coming is going to stop Esau. Okay? But we're just here to proclaim the reality of that. We're here to speak it into existence because this is how the Lord wants it to go out. Go out. The Lord, through the foolishness of preaching, bro, you know? And this may look real crazy to a lot of you people, but the reality is this. As we continue to embark on salvation, all right, you people are in the position where you're going to come to the realization, all right, that we weren't speaking crazy. We weren't speaking falsehood. You know, we weren't speaking something that was just a figment of our imagination. No, man, we were speaking prophecy, bro. You see? We were speaking prophecy, man, which is ultimately what? The end all be all. The words of the Lord. Okay? The Lord's counsel is going to stand and he's going to do all his pleasures. That's the reality of this thing, man. And this is what we're here to proclaim through the Spirit. Brother, you got it.
Psalms chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee?
Right, the throne of iniquity, evil we. Right? Are they gonna have what's it say?
Fellowship with thee.
Are they gonna have fellowship with the Lord? Nah, man. The Lord's using them as tools to pretty much bring forth their own end.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
They're snared in the works of their own hands.
That's right.
And as we were making a mention earlier through the Spirit, well, I think I had mentioned it in my lesson this morning. It was at that point I had made the mention through the Spirit that Esau is pretty much, he's trying to bring out information to try and pretty much deceive everyone.
Right.
But all he's really doing, he's working in the hands of the Lord. He's falling victim to him being revealed.
Right.
You know, that's all he's doing. He's giving us a little, you know, like, oh yeah, they do this, they drink blood, they do human sacrifices, right? They do all these odious works.
Right.
And then to be able to turn around and somehow, some way paint a picture to where, you know, I don't know, he's innocent, you know, or he's justified in what he's doing.
You see what Trump said? Trump said this week, he came out with a statement saying, you know, I think America needs to move on
I heard.
from these Epstein files already. We got to move on to something else.
Right.
You know, yeah,
He's
because
plastered all over.
yeah, you're in there. That's why. We've seen you with Epstein dancing with all those children and all that. You know what I mean? You've seen the video where there's a video going around where he's with Epstein. He's looking at the kids that, you know, he was young at that time, but it's him and Epstein in a room full of Edomites, and a bunch of little children just dancing and stuff, and they're there like, you know,
Right.
looking at them and shit. I'm like, God
Right.
damn, bro.
And again, a lot of this is theater, right? And we understand why they do it, because they're not even showing the reality of what's really going on in there. Like that, they're just painting the picture. But where are the little babies and infants? Because you know they be doing that crazy
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
You know, with the little boys.
Yeah.
You know, because you know they're trying to dress it up where it's just like some underage girl, 16. Nah, nigga, you nasty Edomites are messing with all types of youngsters, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So what did Nero do? He took a boy and popped him as like a recompense for his wife.
Right.
The same Epstein that Trump is doing, showing that he's Nero.
And this is
Rolling
why,
all over again.
right, and this is why Esau has fell beneath the average of the birth rate. You got the Edomite baby is under 50% in America as far as birth rates,
Wow.
right? Esau's seed is spoiled, right, and his woman's womb is cursed.
That's right.
You know,
Right.
Esau's, that's not a coincidence, bro. And that proves that what? Esau's the people of the Lord's curse.
That's right.
That proves that.
Yeah.
Because he's the only people on the earth, you know, where that's the case. You know, that's the case, bro. No other every other nation's flourishing, bro.
Right.
Every other nation's flourishing, bro. You know Jake is. You know Jake is, bro. And all these other heathen nations are too. They're popping babies out, bro.
You know what's so crazy about that, right? That same woman.
I remember that.
Used to walk by scoffing at the brothers. Yeah, that's the one that used to come
Remember
by
from over
scoffing.
there?
Yeah, over there. She used to go scoffing, talking shit. This and that.
Flashing her coochie.
Yeah,
over there?
yeah. And now you see how humble she came by and said hi and kept it moving, because you know the spirit of these people are understanding. What these people are speaking is coming to pass, and there's no avoiding it. You know what I mean? And they're somehow looking for some type of you know, like forgiveness. But if she's an Edomite, there ain't no forgiveness for you, man.
Right.
You know?
Right, that's it. And even if you're a renegade Jake,
Right.
you're gonna get caught up in the crossfire.
Right. Hey,
You know?
they already getting caught up. You know,
That's
as that article I sent and all that, you know?
Con. And
Well,
we're willing we can hit on
Con,
that. Now
con.
you got it, bro.
Yeah, not 12, you know, out of, and then, you know what's so heavy, brothers and sisters out there, man? That there was 1,800 people in Alligator Alcatraz, and 1,200 went missing, which that is 2/3
Woo!
of who was being held there, and that's heavy. You know, that's a spiritual number. You know, because we know that 2/3 in all this land is going to be cut off by Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. You know, and 1/3, you know, we're sent away, which we know that's the elect. But I'm just using that as a spiritual number. That is heavy. That 2/3 are missing.
Right,
You know.
that's it. And,
Yeah.
who did they fall in the hands of?
Right.
Esau.
That's right.
You see the same man that you were marching around for, talking about Latinos for Trump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting
the same
arrested.
nigga got you hemmed up and disappearing
Yeah.
in Egypt, spiritual Egypt.
Right. Arrested with the T-shirt "Latinos for Trump."
Yep.
Remember that picture? Old boy was in cuffs with the shirt saying "Latinos for Trump."
Con. Yeah, you're the one that had that thumbnail.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I had made mention of that
Yeah.
a couple of mornings ago.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying? You looking real foolish, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Now you're in a position, right, where, you know, you're being left as a laughing stock.
yeah.
You see?
Yep.
Because that's no coincidence, bro. You know, you niggas ended up disappearing, bro. Oh, and you ended up either in an alligator's belly
Right.
or off one of these coastlines, bro.
Right.
You know?
Shackled.
Got you in the southeast somewhere,
Right.
washing up on
Yeah.
shore.
Washing up.
On the south coast of Africa somewhere.
Right. Being eaten by a shark, and only
Yeah, con.
only the cuffs are in the ocean now, rusting away.
Yep,
You know, and you're gone.
that's it. So we're warning you, bro. We're letting you know, bro. This nigga's a monster. He's not gonna let up. Evil, he's not gonna let up.
Right.
You see, and this is why he's passing these unrighteous decrees, right, in efforts to justify himself. This is what he's always done. Did you finish that precept? No. Finish that precept, Malak, about Bashar Malak? As a matter of fact, brother, can we get Wisdom of Solomon out? The
Yeah.
second chapter?
No.
You can stop from the top. Yeah, we'll just stop from the top of that. And we'll just read down to the point, Lord willing. You see, the scriptures tap into the mindset of the wicked. That's how we know who he is. We can read the scriptures and hone in on who this is talking to.
Right.
Real time.
And as you said earlier, he's being revealed, and also he's revealing himself.
Yep.
You know, a wolf can only dress himself up as a sheep for so long until his belly starts aching and he needs to start eating.
Right.
Then he gotta start showing his teeth. You know what I mean? Esau can't hide himself anymore, man. He's being cornered. You know. And what does an animal do when he's cornered? He's gonna go to what he knows best. You know, go to his natural instincts. And Evil E's instincts is using that sword, you know, violence, bloodshed, you know? So at the end of the day, it's all good because we know that Evil E is just an instrument of Yahweh Shem Shai's left hand, you know, being used for you backsliding children that don't want to return to Yahweh Shem Shai, as prophecy says, you know?
Yep.
What's that, Proverbs 16:4? You know, the wicked are created for that day of evil.
Yep.
The Lord has created all things, even the wicked for the day of evil. You know, so, you know, at the end of the day, this is what we're seeing. And like I told the brother, these are very exciting times, man. Because if you don't have the spirit for this chaos to come and this persecution, you're not looking at the finish line. You don't want this place to, you know, get destroyed and salvation to come. You know, your spirit should be, you know, rejoicing right now. That tribulation is amplifying and magnifying right before your eyes, you know, and that the Lord has given you the spirit for you to see it.
Right.
Because,
That's
Salakia, you know, a lot of people don't have that spiritual eye to see what's going on. They're walking right into the trap, man. You know, right now, we have the spiritual eye to see it, and that's the mercies of the Lord, man. You know, so you should be happy and rejoicing. You know, we want to get the hell up out of here.
Right.
You know, Esau is, like you said, reverting back to his old ways.
Right.
And you know, Ezekiel 35 says he has a perpetual hatred against him.
That's right.
And so it really hasn't been that long since battle slavery. Our people have been in such fucking delusional dream time these past few decades, not knowing that their enemy is still has the teeth and his horns are starting to show.
That's right. That's right.
And through his laws, and brought up causing crap to prosper in his head, he's bringing back them Jim Crow era time laws where Jake's rights are taken away. And breaking the 14th Amendment, what Equal Voting Rights Act and Bird Rights Citizenship, Esau just basically going down the list of the amendments and taking them away if he knows he's targeting Jake, he's trying to take him trouble.
That's right, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this: it even goes beyond the Crow. Who was it? You mentioned Jim Crow. Yeah, it goes beyond that. This nigga's taking it draconian.
Yeah.
Is where he's taking it. So
like
when you
a dragon.
when you get that word, when you get that Draco, that goes back to that legislator of Athens,
Right.
Greece. He was the first legislator. His name was Draco, and he'll kill you for close to nothing,
Right.
based on certain laws that he passed. That's where Esau is going with it. He's going Draco. He's going rogue. What you got? Khan. He's going rogue and he's going Draco with this thing. You know what I mean?
The Greco-Roman.
Yeah, bro. He's going back to his roots.
That's right.
He's going back to what he knows. Esau's leaning on the sword.
That's it. Yep.
It's going to say it's a time of trouble like never seen before. So the laws are going to be worse than, the draconian law is going to be worse than any law I've ever seen before.
Right. Esau is going to be he's going to be the main agitator of that Daniel 12:1.
Right. That's
The
why
Lord's going
David,
to use him as that sword.
that's why David said, you know, save me from the hands of the fowler, man.
That's it.
You know, that
The
fowler is
The sword, yep.
Yeah, man, that's Esau, man, setting these traps up with these laws. And, you know, look at what happened the other day. On February 3rd, Trump was saying that he wanted to revoke the safety law, you know, for the Haitians, the so-called Haitians, which we know is the tribe of Levi, coming from Haiti. You know, they fled, you know, that madness, that chaos that was going on over there with the militias and everything. Yeah. So they had like this protection.
Yeah, I
you
forgot
know,
the name of it. I'm
it was
trying to
like a
think.
sanctuary type of safety. You know, I don't know the
There's a
correct
certain
term.
terminology.
Right.
Yep, Khan.
But think about this. He said, that is going to get revoked on February 3rd. Now,
Homestead?
he went to the judge. The judge said no. He said he blocked his request, yeah. And Trump said we still gonna go after them, you know. So hold up a second. You're telling me that Haiti, the so-called Haitians are the only ones here under that protection law? No, what about the Ukrainians that fled Ukraine?
Right.
You know, because of the Ukrainian war. What about the so-called Middle Easterns that came over here once ISIS resurrected over there, so-called? You know what I mean?
Right.
And they brought all those Middle Easterns over here, gave them government help and housing and all that. You know, what about them? You know?
Right.
But it goes to show you that they're only targeting Jake, man.
Right. That's right.
Called Jacob's trouble for a reason. You know, it ain't Jeremiah 30:7 didn't coin it the earth's trouble, you know? No, it's called Jacob's trouble, which we know that, yeah, it's gonna come upon the whole earth, as the scripture says in Revelation. But why? It's because Jacob has been scattered through the four corners of the earth, you know?
Right.
But it doesn't mean it's exclusive to everybody else. You know, understand that these nations are all against us.
Right.
The temptation will come upon the whole oikoumene, the whole inhabited earth. So they, all of the MOTV, the mark of the beast of microchip, and all them draconian laws, that's gonna hit Jakes everywhere.
Right.
Asylum.
Khan.
There you go, brother.
Khan. Yeah.
Asylum seekers. The Wadi Habashim Yashad.
Yeah. So look it up. He tried revoking that on February 3rd. He said, "Oh no, that it's expired."
Right.
The judge said, "No, it ain't," and he said, "We're still gonna go after them."
I got you right here. People fleeing war, violence, or persecution across international borders to seek safety are known as refugees. Under international law, they are protected against being returned to dangerous conditions, non-refoulement. Those seeking formal recognition of this status upon arrival are called asylum seekers.
Let me see. I'm gonna have to look it up.
God bless.
You too, brother. Enjoy your weekend, bro.
And stay up.
Yeah, you got it,
too,
brother.
brother.
Yo, brother, you got that precept? We got precept, brother? Whatever precept you had. Go back to the track. Can you read that? Yo, brother, can you step back just a little bit, brother? Thank you, brother.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11.
Yeah.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Yeah.
And he had two horns like a lamb.
Right, do me a favor. Get that word beast in the Greek. Can you get that for me, brother? So this beast coming up from the earth with two horns like a lamb, right, it's talking about America. All right, this beast is the revival of the fourth beast, which is Rome, the fallen Western Roman Empire. All right?
I have to say one word.
Hold on, brother. Bear with me, brother. So what we're witnessing here is the formation of that revived fourth beast with two horns. We're just talking to what? The Democrats and the Republicans. All right? Which they speak like a lamb, right? But they're really exercising draconian laws, bro. This is their goal. See what the founding fathers did in the form of all these diabolical Edomites that they try to dress up, as righteous men. See, in the form of the Constitution was just all part of Esau's plan. That was all part of Esau's plan, because as you can see, the Constitution is not something that is being substantiated real time. They're trying to go away from that. That's why they knocked off that Georgia Guidestone, and you no longer have the ability to speak what you want. They got something called cancel culture. Yeah. That's why we're getting them emails when we say certain things on YouTube. And they're literally, what they're doing is they're embarking on our freedom of speech, bro. You know? That's what they're doing.
I got some information on that, what we were just talking about.
Okay,
real quick. Hey, how you doing, man?
John, brother, what were you holding? Oh, that river, baby. Before you get that, brother.
You too, brother. Hey, brother, we on video teaching, bro.
I have to go.
Yeah, okay, have a good one, brother.
You guys be safe and bless you all three.
Thank you. You too, brother. You too. Be safe out here, all right?
Hey, nice to see you again.
That's beautiful.
See you, Bobby.
That's beautiful.
We were locked up together.
That's beautiful.
The guy was a fucking...
Yeah, Kyle.
Like fucking kung fu.
Hey, thank you, brother.
All right, brother. Have a good one, man.
Hey, be safe, my brother.
All right, man.
Hey, be safe out here. Yo, brother.
Love you guys.
Hey,
All
same.
right, man.
Likewise,
Same here,
brother.
bro.
Be safe, all right? Yeah. Hey, brother, before you get that, brother, can you get that word beast?
So the word for beast, in Revelation 13, the Strong's G2342.
Yep.
Therion.
Go ahead.
And it means, metaphorically, a brutal, bestial man.
This is who we're talking to, bro. Okay? We know Evil E sits on the throne, right? of this revival of the Western Roman Empire, bro. All right, he's the wild man, as they used to call him in the times past, bro. He's the beast.
Yeah, God.
You see, he's the beast, bro.
Remember Job was saying he was praying in the bushes.
Right, Job 30.
Yeah, man.
Brother, can you go back to that Revelation? He didn't finish his precept through the
God,
Spirit. That's
God.
heavy. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the ark.
Yep.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
Yep.
And he spake as a dragon.
There you go.
Right.
So through legislation, Esau is going to truly exercise these beastly, diabolical, ruthless, wicked measures, man.
Right.
And again, going back to Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, which Lord willing, we're going to go there. This is how they justify themselves, bro.
Right.
The law is their strength.
And that's that devil coming with great wrath.
Right. That's it. Because he knows he has but a short time.
That's right, yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, see, when push comes to shove, Esau is going to end up biting down with the military.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not realizing that the Lord's going to knock his teeth out of his mouth. You know?
And you know, Trump still got that private military that's not part of the United States.
Right.
You know? So it goes to show you that also civil war's coming soon.
Right.
You know?
Well, ICE is acting as a private military.
That's
for
what
him
I'm
as
saying.
well.
And they got their
You
own,
know?
and he got his own sect too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I want to get that information real quick.
Yeah, God.
So it says a federal judge on February 2nd, 2026 blocked the Trump administration from ending temporary protected status for approximately 350,000 Haitians, which was scheduled to terminate on February 3rd, 2026. I want to get it. I just want to go right to the point.
Yeah, God.
It says over 350 Haitians would have lost their legal status on February 3rd, 2026, forcing them to potential deportation though this is currently paused. But there's a video, and I'm not gonna go looking for it right now.
And I want to say that the key takeaway to that is what? Esau's got his sights set on Jake still.
Right,
You got it, brother.
right. And there's a video going around saying that he don't care. He's still gonna go after them.
That's it. Because
know?
why? Brother, can you grab Obadiah real quick? Obadiah 1 and 10.
Yep,
Babakosha. Esau's got his sights set on Jake still, bro.
that's right.
That's why the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are the ones that he's putting on the scopeo.
That's right.
You see? And honestly, it's the Lord. The Lord
Right.
said he will send this nigga against a hypocritical nation, bro.
I got this.
You got that? Time, brother. We'll get that. The brother got this.
There's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10.
You were done with that revelation? Time.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
You see? So Esau, hey, remember, brother, can you go back? Can you real quick through the spirit? Hold on, Shakar. Genesis 27 and 41. Real quick, Malak Babakwa, stop. Because we can't forget what Esau said upon Isaac being on his deathbed, bro. You got it, Malak.
because of that
We'll
blessing.
jump right over there, brother.
There's the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
This never stopped being the driving force for Esau.
Right.
Esau's never been everything he did to us throughout the course of time, from making Roman candlesticks out of us,
Yeah.
right? You can look that up, right? Splitting us in half with 2 horses,
Yeah.
burning us at the stake,
Yeah.
right? Testing his swords on
Sicking
us,
dogs on us.
teaching the dogs how to have a taste for Israelite flesh. All these things that he's done didn't suffice, because at the end of the day, he still has to try to get that birthright.
Right.
It all goes back to the birthright. Everything that we see happening on the planet Earth is Esau trying to get that birthright back. This is what he's trying to do. And this whole digital chip maniac thought that he has going on with trying to chip everybody, that right there, in his mind, he can get the birthright back.
Yeah.
If he can chip everybody,
Right.
the Lord has nobody to come back for.
Right.
Not realizing that death isn't gonna deviate
Right.
prophecy.
That's right. That's right.
It's not going to change it.
And that's where we always say pride has deceived his heart.
Right.
You know, and the brother brought out earlier Ezekiel 35:6, where he's had a perpetual hatred for the children of Israel and persecuted them with the sword, you know? So perpetual goes into forever.
Yeah,
you know, never
it's
ending.
gonna stop.
Yeah, never ending hate,
Yep.
you know?
Shakar, can you grab that, brother? And then we'll go to that Wisdom of Solomon, Lord willing.
So,
And then we'll probably close out with that, Ak, yeah? Because it's coming down pretty good. You know? It's coming down pretty good. We'll probably do like 20 more minutes, like an hour. It's coming down pretty good.
You saw something of that Cain story.
Yeah, Tom, brother, you already know. Other two brothers are good. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Just the spin, run until, you know?
So the combination of getting wet and the cold,
Fingers are
you
freezing.
can frostbite. Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. O Assyrian, devoured my anger.
Right, and Esau's the modern day Assyrian, bro. He's linked to Assyria as well,
Yeah.
which is Nineveh,
Time.
right? Because, again, hey, and he's going to show you. When we get to the point of prophecy where, you know, Daniel 12:1 truly takes off, all right, Esau's going to show you why you're going to know why the scriptures call him the man of sin. You're going to find out. You Jake out there thinking that he's your friend. With Sirach 12:12, the 12:10, never trust thy enemy, man. The scripture's clear on that. And when you go to Psalms 83, it's highlighted who our enemy is, bro.
That's right, that's right.
Not once, but twice.
That's right.
In the form of Edom and Amalek,
Right.
the chief house.
That's right. That's right. And the Lord specifically said, remember Amalek a few times, man.
That's
You
it.
know, Amalek, man. Amalek is gonna get it the worst because Amalek. I mean, all these tribes,
All the
all these
Edomites.
tribes. But you know, Amalek, man. You know how
The whole
Judah,
house is gonna get.
right? But you know how Judah got it the worst in the chattel slavery. You know, in the persecutions and all that. Yo, Amalek, bro. Them devils, man, are something else, man. Them devils are something else, man. Like we got Esau is just a demon. You know, Esau is a devil, man. But Amalek, man, that's why he's the chief house.
Right, and I was gonna say through prophecy, the whole house of Edom falls victim
Con.
to no mercy.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh,
But
yeah.
you can only imagine just to dissect what you're saying.
Yeah.
You bet Amalek's probably gonna be getting the worst of the situations.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Within there.
Yeah.
You know, I got 2 cup deal.
You goddamn.
I know what you're saying.
You goddamn animal.
That's beautiful.
You look at
And
them
it's true.
motherfuckers, man. Damn, yo, they look like that car driving right there. You seen that car missing the whole front? Like they just look weird, bro. I look at Amalek and I have a straight disgust for Amalek specifically. You know, like I hate Esau, bro, but when I look at Amalek, it's like they don't belong on this earth, man. They look like they crawled out of a fucking cave and mated with animals, bro.
Right. Kamala, can you finish that? Can't they finish?
They're nasty, bro.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. O Assyrian, devoured mine anger, and the staff in her hand is
Right.
my indignation.
Right, the staff in my hand is, go ahead.
Is my
Indignation going back to righteous anger.
Right.
You see that? So the Lord, and this is going to be a righteous judgment on you, Jake.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You didn't want to listen to his messages.
That's right.
You know, and it's funny, bro, because me and you were having a conversation the other day regarding our families. You know, we warned them.
Yep.
And now we're coming to that time. So
Yep.
we're going to start seeing family members get clipped.
Yep.
You better believe it. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 6. I will send them against an hypocritical nation,
Yup.
and against the people of my wrath will I give them a charge.
Right. You go to Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, and around the 29th verse. The Lord likens you reprobate, hard-headed, all right, 2/3 Jake as the generation of his wrath. He likens you unto. You're the generation. You're the ones that are gonna fall victim to the modern day Assyrian, bro. The Lord's gonna send them. The Lord's sending Esau out.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. What's that? Romans 13:4.
Yes. Yep.
You know, he doesn't bear his sword in vain. You know, the Lord, man.
It says that he's a minister of the
Minister
Lord.
of the Lord. Yeah. Yeah. So he said to fear the Lord if you're not doing the right thing. Roughly paraphrasing, you know, fear, man. You know, if you're in the wrong side, man.
Right. And who was speaking? Apostle Paul, showing you that Apostle Paul had the mystery. You know, he had the recipe. He knew how the Lord gets down.
That's right. That's right.
The Lord was dealing with them.
That's right. And it was the same thing back then. Because
Yes,
remember, they were in Rome, you know?
Right.
They were in Rome, and that Roman persecution was no joke.
Right.
You know? So how much more today?
Exactly.
You know that wickedness has
exceedingly
polluted
yeah,
man.
That's
You know?
it.
Wickedness has increased,
Right.
you know?
Malak, what verse were you on? You got more? Yeah, Khan.
This
I
shit look
thought
like
so.
some national emergency today. God damn, bro. I didn't think it was gonna come down this hard.
Go ahead, Ak. Yeah, Linda's back.
Yeah, yeah.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 6, I will send them against the hypocritical nation and against the people of my wrath will I give them a charge.
Go ahead.
To take the spoil
To take the spoil
and to take the prey
and to take the prey
and to tread them down
like the Maya in the street.
Ah,
All right, the Lord is gonna do you, Jake, filthy that refuse to hearken.
Right.
All you, Jake, popping up on comment boards, on live streams, talking about what kind of diabolical thing is this? Or they just left the house with their mom's garment on, or it looks like they just took the shower curtain and threw it on and went outside.
Right.
Yo, all this shit y'all talking. You watch and see. You watch and see, and we don't need you to pray to your diabolical Jesus Christ for us.
right.
You know what
We
I'm
don't want
saying?
your prayers.
We don't want them.
That shit's falling on deaf ears,
You're putting
man.
a curse on us.
Yeah,
when you do that. Don't do that. I don't want it.
It's praying to a dead man.
God, bro, you putting
You know?
a curse on us.
Right? Praying to a dead man.
God.
That man's dead, bro. That man you worship, that nasty Edomite figure you worship, that man's dead, man. He
Yup.
can't hear you.
Yeah, just like y'all.
Yeah, man.
You know, y'all just dead spiritually.
Motherfucker trying to raise him up like Jason and his mom. Remember Jason?
That's it.
Rise, Jason,
Right.
and killed him.
That's right.
Yeah.
You niggas are deceived.
Niggas is through. Christianity's through. All that shit is through, man. That shit, I'm telling you, man, you look at Christianity, man, that shit is Arkham's Asylum, bro.
Right, man.
Bunch of nutties.
Right. And Esau brought this bullshit through
Right.
during the time of the Renaissance period. You
Right,
know?
man.
So, and this is the same dude, okay, that's about to come through with the sword. Military's gonna be on the scene, bro.
Right.
Apache helicopters,
Yeah.
Hummers,
Yeah.
tanks,
Yeah.
you know, MRAPs.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna see, bro. You see how they're doing, you see how ISIS doing, Jake? That's how Esau, the military's gonna do you Americans in here, man.
Right.
You're gonna get done the same way. You're gonna end up in these detention centers
Yeah,
and
yeah.
disappear,
Yeah.
you know? Hey, scriptures talk to how you're not gonna be able to go into another city, right? You're gonna be shut down.
Yeah, you know, a man should desire to enter to the city. And
That's
not-
it, bro.
Yeah.
We're not playing, bro. The Lord's not joking, bro. This is happening. This is truly happening. Like we talked about, you made the mention, these are beautiful times. Beautiful yet deadly, man.
That's right.
This is a very deadly thing. See? And we understand, you know, the fearful calling, bro, that we've been called into, man. Because that's the spirit. You see that? Yo, bro, the men of the Lord, this is a fearful calling, man.
Right.
Because we understand what this embodies, man. Okay, this word, this truth, you crossing paths with this word can mean life or death, man. Life or death, man. And you really can't choose. That's why we're prisoners of hope. We hope and pray that the Lord keeps us, man. But now, Malak, let's get that wisdom of Solomon. I think we should close out through the spirit. Because the problem is, we're getting wet.
My head's
Cool.
getting numb.
Yeah, we're gonna get frostbite. That's how that plays out. You know what I mean? So we're gonna play it wise. But the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahshua for allowing us to come through.
2-1, you said, right?
We start wisdom of Solomon 2. We can start from the top. And we'll read down to the point. And we go. This is
Yeah.
it. You got it, brother.
Here's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1.
Right.
For the ungodly that reasoning with themselves, but not aright.
Obviously, the ungodly is Esau. All
Right.
right, they're reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Because as it says in Habakkuk,
I was thinking that.
the spirit that is
It's
upright,
uplifting them, and then it's not upright.
right?
Yeah.
The spirit that's lifted up in him is not upright.
Yeah.
His mind is diabolical.
God.
It's contrary to the Lord. He doesn't understand spiritual things. You got it, brother.
But not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
Now, deep, if you want to go deep here, right, through the spirit, like as far as the empire is concerned, This is a true saying. Okay? This is a true saying if you want to talk to an empire. Right? But talking to you know, you being, you coming back, you know, as far as reincarnation, that's not the case. You see? You come back, after 3 to 4 generations, you come back. But from an empire standpoint, that's the case. There's no empire that ever have fallen and come back. You see what I'm saying? Now they've been revived like Rome. Like this is a form of Rome, but it's not literally Rome over there in Italy. You know what I'm saying? It's over here on the Western Hemisphere, mimicking the Western Roman Empire.
Con.
Right? Via the image, the spirit that's here. You got
Hey,
it.
Con, it's just Egypt ain't resurrected again, but
That's
it's
it.
mimicking
Right.
Egypt as well.
Right, showing you that what he just read. A man doesn't return back to from the grave, bro. So they ain't no climbing out of the ashes like the phoenix bird for Esau after he goes down this time. You got it, brother.
Con. Verse 2. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been.
Yup.
For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart,
Yup.
which being extinguished, our body shall be burned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish the soft air, as
Yeah.
the soft air.
Yup.
And our name shall be forgotten in time. And
And that's the end game for Esau. Obadiah 1 and 18.
right,
You see? You got it, brother. You might want to jump down.
with
Where you at now?
verse 4.
What's 10 say?
Church says, let us oppress the poor.
There we go.
God,
Go back with Sharp. What's 9 say?
let none of us go without.
It's 10. It's 10.
God. Verse 10, let us oppress the poor righteous man.
Right, which is the elect.
God. Like as it says, right, they persecute those of the upright conversation.
That's it, brother.
God.
Because the 2/3 ain't talking no righteousness,
Right.
right? You
Let
got-
us not spare the widow,
Right,
nor reverence the ancient gray hairs
right.
of the age.
Which is how they've always exercised their approach towards us, man.
God.
You can go into what's that? Deuteronomy 28,
Right.
Isaiah 47. Right, that's it. You go ahead, brother.
God.
Here's the point right here.
Says, let our strength be the law
Let our strength be the law
of justice.
of justice, supposedly.
Right.
We'll close up with can you get Habakkuk, the first chapter?
Con.
But Bakashah, you got it, brother.
For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Right, because that's the point. So through their laws, that's their strength. So guess what? Being under his yoke, and he puts through forth a decree, just like Antiochus Epiphanes did. What happened? Great persecution, bro. Great persecution. That's where you get the Maccabean revolt.
Oh, yeah, God.
You know?
Yeah,
You got it. We're about to close out in a second.
in a second.
Yeah, Khan, you got it, brother. Go ahead, brother. We out right here.
Habakkuk chapter 1 verse 4.
There you go, brother.
Therefore the Lord slack.
Now, you know what? Stop a little bit.
Right. Yeah, come on. Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh Yahweh, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear?
Right, keep going.
Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save.
Right, because just like Daniel said, we got to what? We got to bear the indignation of the Lord. It's just the way it goes, bro. But guess what? Now we're in a time of salvation, bro. So now the Lord's hearing our cries. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance?
Right, because we went off ultimately. You know, through the Spirit, we can answer that. We can answer Habakkuk on that. We went off as a nation, bro. And the Lord told us what will happen to us if we did. Right? Go ahead, bro.
For spoiling and violence are before me,
Yup.
and there are that raise up strife and contention.
Go ahead.
Therefore the law is slack, and judgment does never go forth.
Why? Because Esau's ruling, man. There's no law and justice in this place, bro. You know, go ahead, bro. Here's the point.
For the wicked does compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
There you go. You see that? So this is the situation we're in. All right, but guess what? It's gonna come to an end, but you can close us out. Huh?
They frameth a lot by mischief.
That's it. Psalm 94 never even came up.
You know, so you know, like I said, man, we're seeing all these things happen. You know, these warehouses are opening up. You know, they're ramping up their military. They got these federal agents coming in. You know, which is our people, as the scripture says. You know, most of them are our people.
Hell
you
yeah.
know, you know, they're the
A
ones.
lot of them are.
Yeah, setting up the table for the troops. You know,
I wouldn't say most of them though. I
There's
would
a-
say a lot of them.
there's a
though.
lot,
I would
yeah.
say a lot of them because you know the Edomites are
No, of
dead
course.
set. You know,
And some-
the
and
majority
most-
of Esau.
They could be tears. They could be tears that we're seeing join. You know, because I'll be watching these
That's
videos.
another great point,
And,
brother.
and there's a
That's
lot
a
of
good point, Al.
so-called Latinos and so-called black people
That's a good point.
persecuting our people. But hey, those could be tears.
That's a good point,
You
brother.
know,
Yep.
at the
Yeah,
end
I
of the
agree
day,
with
we're
you on
not
that.
looking at this by face value. You
It's
know
all
what I
through the
mean?
spirit.
It's all through the spirit. You know, so we know. You know that some of them could be tears as well.
100%.
You know, and some of them are just Jake
100%.
trying to be house niggas. Yeah.
Yep, that's right,
You
Al.
know? Hey, master, look at old Timmy is running down the field. He's trying to escape. You know, our people is the same thing
Like
back
tomahawks.
then. Yeah, you know. So, but at the end of the day, these times that we're in, man, are very exciting because what we are speaking out here, the Lord is confirming.
That's right.
You know. So we good.
I just want to say, hey, buckle down.
That's it.
It's time to buckle down
That's it, man.
because we here.
That's it.
It's here. We are at the point of no return.
Right. Turbulence and rough terrain.
Right. We are at the point of no return, Akiyama and Aqua. Hey, lock in. And there's no time, you know, as the beloved elder Elder Yashwamba says, there's no time for side missions, man. Right now, we should be focused on the mission, right? Focus on the Lord. Prioritize the Lord, because guess what? We're going to come into a time when you end up in the strait, which is inevitable, and you're going to want the Lord to prioritize you.
Right.
That's all I got, brother.
Right. As we always bring out, right? Fight for the truth to the death.
Yeah, brother.
And the Lord shall fight for thee.
That's it.
You know?
Yep.
So, hey, you know, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash.
I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba,
Abba, Abba.
Kwam Yashabala.
Kwam Yashabala.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom. Yahweh Shalom.
Hey, shalom, beloved Akiyama and Aqua. Hey, the water for tuning in. The water. Hey, shalom. How about you,
We out here in Alaska. We out here in Antarctica. Shalom. Yahweh Shalom. Shalom.